What's up, guys? MeatyLock here, and today we're back in action for some IL news. And today we got some very special stuff to talk about. Now, I'm sure you guys have seen the Twitter and all this stuff. This is pretty obvious, but nesting is being worked on. They showed some pictures of eggs, and they said time to fix breeding and parenting mechanics. What a lot of people don't know, because this was mentioned by Dondi in another person's stream, is they're planning on doing family trees and genealogy. Basically, Dondi doesn't want it so any creature can breed with any creature. Basically, any creature inside of a family tree cannot breed with each other. And so you're going to have to get new blood from outside the family tree to kind of add, I guess, new DNA and breed that way. So, for example, let's just say me and someone else are Rexes and we breed and make a baby. We can't breed with our baby. We're going to have to get a new Rex from outside the group to breed with our baby if we want to do that. So this is going to limit population explosions. And it's going to kind of make more sense family-wise, you know what I mean? Because, if you keep doing incest, it doesn't really make much sense, to be honest. But basically what Dondi said exactly is new nesting stuff isn't in. The too long didn't read is when you're assigned to the same family as your parents, you can't mate with parents, siblings, and generational differences. No more population explosions with just 2 to 3 players parenting. Different dinosaur species have different max egg and gestation periods. So basically, depending on the dinosaur, it's going to take longer to nest and how many eggs you can have, and it's going to be complicated. It's going to be a cool system, but it's going to be complicated. And I think it makes a lot of sense. It will limit population growth, and people just doing mass incest all the time doesn't really make much sense anyways. Now, something else we have along with the nesting system here is this tweet was actually tweeted out a while ago, but it's showing a galley actually digging it up. So they're doing full custom animations along with everything else that I talked about for digging nests and laying eggs and all that kind of stuff. So it's really cool. The new nesting system is going to be awesome. Genealogy, family trees, different breeding intervals, eggs, like all kinds of stuff. It's going to be really complicated and it's going to be in depth, so it's going to be awesome. Next up in news is hunger and thirst. So there's going to be a new HP and I guess stamina regeneration system coming soon. Basically, the way this works is the more hunger that you have, I guess, the more HP you're actually going to regenerate. So if you're almost out of hunger, you're going to not be able to regenerate HP hardly at all. Same thing for water. If you're almost out of water, your stamina is not going to regenerate that fast. I don't know exactly how this works, but I know Dondi did say that they're changing it so you don't gain HP every tick. It's kind of like a consistent sort of system that is persistent. Anyways, I'll let you go ahead and watch the clip here where he explains it. It was when we were all playing Conan Exiles last night, pretty late into the night. But yeah, it's like a really, really cool system. I think it's going to be awesome.
Yeah, well, the hotfix going out, I'm going to go ahead and double up carnivore hunger. So it takes more for you to be filled up, especially considering the way that we're making health regen work now. It's totally based off of your total hunger, and your stamina regen's based off your thirst.
Ooh. Now, next bit of news is the Olympus transmitter. It says Hades protocol at 35%. Now, there's a lot of clues to Hades protocol, and we've got some clues before saying Hades is going to rise up and phantoms are going to fill the sky, and then it says, Poseidon's going to rise up and do all that kind of stuff too. And I've been trying to figure out exactly what Hades is, the Hades protocol, and there's a few loading screens in the game that actually mentions Hades protocol. And now I'm going to read a few different things here, and we're going to try to make sense of it. Like I said, this is kind of my theory. I don't know if this is true or not, but I think that Hades protocol has to do with hypos. So here, I'm going to go ahead and just read this. This first one is about Utah raptors. It says all Utah raptor studies are to conclude in East Valley paddock. Blank has noted variable neuro range of Gen 1 specimens to be no higher than the average goat. Since site blank, Gen 2 specimens have shown neuroviability to rival homino intelligence. Clearance elevated to level 3 since type H blank incident code Hades. Okay, so this has code Hades. I think the type H incident is code Hades. So here's a few things that we do know about the type H incident, or at least code Hades. Type H biological asset studies is to be moved to Atrium C. Clearance level has been elevated to level 4 since the incident involving blank. Director blank has halted all development of any and all Type H pterosaur studies since the loss of, blank personnel. Atrium housing is strictly being adjusted. And then there's one more that mentions this. Type H asset study has been moved from blank to Atrium C. All assets shown increased bone density and tissue growth. Yeah, and this just explains what this is. Studies have been secluded to Tyrannosaurus, Giganotosaurus, Spinosaurus, and Utah raptor specimens. Quetzalcoatlus study has been neutralized since blank. Code Alpha blank is still MIA. Yeah, so all the Type H specimens have been moved to Atrium C. And I think this all has to do with AE001. Now, one thing is with AE001, it has something to do with Tartarus as well, and maybe the Colossal coming in. But it could also have to do with Atrium C and the Type H specimens coming back, because we do know that Dondi has stated whenever AE001 is in, hypos are coming back. So maybe Atrium C happens to be on AE001, and this happens to be code HADES. So this might have to do with Atrium C. We can get the hypos and maybe even the Quetzalcoatlus in with this as well. So that's just kind of my theory. I think this is what this has to do with it, and I think it might make sense. I don't know. Tell me what you guys think down below. Okay guys, so the very last bit of news we have for today is from Looter. He said, we're going to start working on the new Utah Pounce soon now that this main update is out for the live branch. Now everyone loves Utah Pounce. We know it's currently on the Ostro, and the Utah did have it very briefly, but I feel like this is something that we've needed in the game for a while. Now if you watched my previous videos, you know I've said the Utah Pounce when it first comes in, it's probably going to be a little overpowered, but it all really kind of depends on how they implement it and how it's going to work. How many Utahs can pounce a creature depending on its size and what. We don't really know. They're going to be working on that, and I guess we're going to hear more details about that soon. But anyways, guys, that's basically all the news I got for you for today. If you enjoyed the video, remember to smash the like button. Also, tell me what you think about family trees and genealogy, the new HP system. Now, one part of the clip I didn't actually show with the HP system is Dondi explained how it's not going to be ticks anymore. It's going to be like normal health regeneration you see in games. Same thing for kind of like stamina. So he doesn't really go into detail, so I didn't really show it, but he kind of explains it like that. Just tell me what you think about anything I said down below, and I'll see you guys in the next one.